interesting twist on an iconic wedding day accessory is the iconic Orly Shani.
Oh, wow. That was a great intro. That was a good intro. But speaking of brides, okay, before we get to that, I'd just like to remind everyone at home that as part of our June weddings, The Perfect Bride Wedding Bells, starring Kevin Smith and Pascal Hutton, who have been here together and separately. We love them so much. Premieres this Saturday at 9, 8 Central, right here on Hallmark Channel. And I appreciate the Wedding March song. Thank you for that.
I know, it's quite regal.
It really is.
Yeah, perfect. So, Orly, these bouquets, they're, well, first of all,
Right.
fabulous. I love the fact they're sort of modern yet very like old-fashioned. But the great thing is that you just don't have to throw them away. They actually look good on day one as the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the thing that's so special about this is not only is it one of a kind and impactful, and it's going to be such a statement piece at the wedding, everyone's going to ask about it, but it gives you the opportunity to include sentimental heirlooms, pieces that are important to you, that you can sort of bury and hide within all the others. So it will be a little bit of like history and family as you walk down the aisle, which I think is so special. And yeah, of course, because it's not a flower bouquet, this will be with you forever. It will never, I mean, it's a piece you can hold on to.
Now, I'm a little bit curious, like, how did you go about it? How did we start off with this?
Well, I got working a little bit earlier, so let's take a look at how it all started. So the first thing I did was take a giant styrofoam ball. That's about an 8-inch diameter styrofoam ball. And I took a serrated knife and cut off the bottom so I'd have a flat bottom. So you just want to take a couple pieces off. And next, I took hot glue and I laid on lace doilies. Now, you could use lace fabric, you could use chiffon, whatever you want. You just want to cover the entire styrofoam ball so that you're not able to see that in any way. When you're working with things like lace and hot glue, do not use your fingers to push down or you're going to burn yourself.
Learn that the hard way?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. I was very upset this morning. So there you can see now I'm just adding in a couple of sort of flat, small flowers. These kind of flowers are either the silk flowers or you can even use the scrapbooking flowers. And now I'm starting to build my design. I'm putting in buttons and there you can see. So it started off, I did just a few in the beginning, and then I continued to work and fill it out. And it's just a step and repeat process.
But this takes some time.
It takes a little bit of time, yeah.
So beautiful.
But the one great thing is that it will really, it's not something that has to be done in one sitting, right? It's not like when you're building a real bouquet. This can be done over time. This can happen over the months leading up to your wedding. Add a couple here and there, find special pieces, keep adding them in.
That's what I was going to say. And the beauty of it is you don't have to just use, if you don't have tons of heirlooms, it's okay. Because
obviously. I did not have all of these brooches.
That's like $1 million.
Seriously. No, what's really cool is I had 3 or 4 special pieces that are included in here. The rest I actually got on Amazon. There's like packets of like 12 brooches for $9. There are these smaller little ones here. They're all these little guys. So the ones that are just a tiny bit smaller come in a big packet. You can add buttons and pearls to sort of fill it in. And otherwise, it's really just a step and repeat, fill in the spaces.
And you make the cute one for the bridesmaids or for the flower girls.
I know. So it ties in with our bride. It's got brooches. It's got a little sparkle, but it's more understated so that your bride can really shine. But I mean, what a beautiful photo, all the girls holding it into the middle. I mean, I can't.
And adds a little sparkle.
Can I get married again?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, your wedding was beautiful too. I know your mom and your relatives actually made your wedding bouquets, but they weren't this, but they were equally as beautiful.
No, but yeah, those are peonies. I lived in New York at the time. I went to the flower mart. I got a ton of flowers, and in the morning when I was getting my makeup done, my mom and my grandma put together these, and then mine for my bridesmaids as well. And again, theirs were just a smaller version of mine, which was what gave me.
That.
Yeah, there they are. That's what gave me the idea for the little one.
You are so chic. I can't even handle it in that photo.
It's a fun picture.
It really was. Well, if you do it again, this is what the bouquets are going to look like.
Exactly. So now what we're going to do is take a dowel. This is going to become our handle. I have a half-inch dowel. It's about 7 inches long. And what you want to do is in the center of your styrofoam, you're going to just basically create like a cavity for it. So push in, create a cavity. Once that's there, we will eventually put hot glue and put this back in.
So hot glue is the way to go, even with styrofoam.
It is. And you know what? I would say the main reason for that is just that everything dries up really fast. So as soon as you put the brooch in, put the hot glue, and you're good to go. Whereas if you're using like an E6000,
to sit there and hold.
Yeah, you have to, it takes a long time to set up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a couple inches down because we know now that this is what's inside the styrofoam. So what I did is I took this crystal trim. This is actually very inexpensive now. It's readily available. It comes in a really large roll. So what I'm going to do is take this, and right here I'm going to give myself a starting line. And all you need are these tiny little anchor points. So I'm going to drop this again. Be really careful of your fingers.
There you go.
Hold that. And now I'm going to start wrapping it around. And I don't need to do another bit of glue for like, I don't know, maybe now.
It looks like you got like tweezers and a zillion little crystals.
Doesn't it? It looks expensive, but it's not. So look, now that I have another anchor point, none of the crystals can move on the top or the bottom because where are they going to go? Right? There's nowhere to go. So you do like every 3 or 4 rows. Keep going. If you end up with like this, I had a couple smaller ones.
Right.
Once this one is done, it's flat, right? You just take your next one and connect.
And if you run out, you just take.
It's no secret that I like to match my segments.
Put it
I mean, don't I look like I should be getting married? I don't want to take it out. But
speaking of which, like, let's talk about color. Like, this is all very kind of muted pinks. Any guide as far as?
So this is what I would say. I think it comes down to the aesthetic of your wedding.
Okay.
And also think about your gown. So it's just, think of it like jewelry. If you're wearing a really simple gown, you can go kind of nuts and sparkly and really fun with that jewelry. If your dress is fully beaded, fully sequined, center it down a little bit. Maybe do almost a version similar to this where there's flowers and a few brooches. So again, color, if your wedding has a theme and is colorful, go for it. There's no rule on not doing it. You just want it to fit with your photos and your decor. So just stay in line with whatever else
This is
you've
obviously
decided.
not something you would throw to the bridesmaids.
You would knock
unless
someone out.
Unless you're done with them.
No. What you would want to do actually is if you want that
this.
moment, that tradition, you'd have like a little backup bouquet and have that moment with a backup bouquet, but this is something that you're going to save.
And then how would you save it?
Oh my gosh, Ken, so it's actually you that gave me this idea. Do you remember you did the cloche with all the butterflies?
I love a cloche.
Okay, this is so
There we
cool.
go.
I think this would be epic in like a beautiful master closet with your sitting in there in a light, like almost like when you go to a museum and there's like,
You look like the crown. Oh my gosh, it would be like the crown.
Like the crown.
the royal, are we royals? What's
We are. I love that. That's awesome. Orly, this is
That's gorgeous.
Really beautiful.
It's really fun. It's a real statement.
And we've already got your outfit for your like when you renew
I'm
your
ready.
vows.
I don't
Perfectly.
know if anyone can get my husband.
Where's
on
Mike?
The line,
Mike on the line. He's on the beat right now, but I'm sure we could work it out. You guys, to find the steps for Orly's brooch. It's called a brooch. Brooch Bouquet. Words are still hard. Go to hallmarkchannel.com and connect with Orly on her website. And be sure to tune in to The Perfect Bride Wedding Bells this Saturday at 9, 8 Central. Where? Right here on Hallmark Channel.